Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen, wa la udwana illa ala dhalimeen. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wahdahu la sharika lah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabi wa man da'a bi da'watihi wa istanna bi sunnati ila yawm ad-din wa sallam tasliman kathira. أما بعد فأوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل والسمع والطاعة ويقول الحق سبحانه يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. And surely the best reward ultimately is for those who have taqwa. And surely there is no animosity except for the oppressor. And I bear witness that Allah is one and has no partners. And that Muhammad, the son of Abdullah, is his servant and his last messenger. And may Allah always constantly send peace and blessings to Muhammad, to his family and his companions, and all those who call to his way and establish his sunnah to the day of judgment. As to what follows, I remind you, I caution myself that we should have taqwa, we should culture the consciousness of Allah, and that we should hear the words of Allah Azza wa Jal, and we should obey them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed in his mighty book, O you who believe, have the consciousness of Allah and let every soul look to what it put forward for tomorrow and fear Allah. Surely Allah is well aware of all that you do. And be not as those who forgot Allah, and so he made them forget themselves. Surely they are the disobedient ones. O you who believe, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last of the prophets and messengers, came with a mighty mission. And that was not only to reveal the message to the Arabic-speaking people of the Arabian Peninsula, but he was given the message to bring forward through him the Quran, which is the message to all human beings until the end of time. And so he did not have the luxury of being vague, not being clear. He did not have the luxury of leaving out important information. And it is said that when he would give his khutbah on many occasions, he would speak as though there was an army right in back of the mountain, right in back of the masjid. And sometimes even his eyes would get red. And he would speak about the relevant issues facing the believers and gave them wahi, gave them revelation, a divine solution to the problems that they were facing. And so today, as we are gathering here in Toronto, Canada, and as the verse says, we need to look about time and be conscious of time. Most of us and people around the world have witnessed a very serious occasion south of the border. And so I would be remiss in not reflecting upon what is happening across the lake. Because across it, there is a rumbling going on. There is events happening which may shape the course of the next few decades and possibly the next century. United States of America, known as the land of the free and the home of the brave. And we have heard so many beautiful sermons and statements and so many positive messages that are given out to the people. But yet, with the inauguration of their 45th president, there is a serious contradiction on the ground. And again, this is part of going toward the day of resurrection, being in the time of deception, when things are intentionally unclear, when things appear one way on the surface, and in reality, they are very much different. And so in hearing the beautiful, lofty promises, and we always hope for the best, reality on the ground is that the incoming administration based its policy on racism, on expulsion of immigrants, and on Islamophobia. And this is something for Muslims which is hard to take it in. It is hard for us to come to grips with this. Because in America, in the United States, in Canada, in the Western countries, Muslims are some of the most peace-loving people within the borders. We pay our taxes. We generally come on time for work. We, in most cases, do not have alcoholic problems or drug problems. We contribute to society. And if you look at America itself, you will see a great percentage of the IT workers, of the doctors, of the infrastructure of the country are Muslims. And so it is hard for Muslims to come to grips with the fact that we are now in the barrel or in the sights of a gun. It is though the policy is shifting towards us in a negative way. How can this come about? O you who believe, we must never forget that we are the representatives of the last prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. That we carry within our minds and hearts the final revelation. And so it is sunnatullah, it is the way of Allah in His creation, that evil struggles against good. And that tension was beginning right from the time of Adam alayhi salam. That tension will continue until the day of resurrection. And so in moments like this, when we hear so many negative statements being made about our way of life and ourself, we have to return to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to seek our methodology, our solutions directly from the creator of the heavens and the earth. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed in Surah Ali Imran verse 186, لَتُبْلَوَنَّ فِي أَمْوَالِكُمْ وَأَنفُسِكُمْ وَلَتَسْمَعُنَّ مِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ وَمِنَ الَّذِينَ أَشْرَكُوا أَذًى كَثِيرًا وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed, and you will certainly be tried and tested in your possessions and in yourselves. And you will certainly hear much that will grieve you from those who received the book before you and from those who worship partners with Allah. But if you patiently persevere and have the consciousness of Allah, that will be the most resolute thing that you can do. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a beautiful formula. He has given us medicine for the sickness of fear that will enter into our hearts in this life. Two qualities, as-sabr wa taqwa. وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. Patience and taqwa. Taqwa itself, the consciousness of Allah, it is made up of al-khawf wa raja. It has fear in it. It has hope in it. You fear the punishment of Allah, but you hope in the mercy of Allah. And you have the consciousness of the Creator. Taqwa is an active quality. The Marxist-Leninist communistic people would say, religion is the opium of the people. They say that when you believe in God, it puts you to sleep. But taqwa is the opposite. Because when you fear something, al-khawf, you move back from it. And when you hope in something, ar-raja, you move towards it. So taqwa should develop in the believer, especially in difficult times, a call to action. A call to action based upon the belief in Allah. And patience, as-sabr, is not patience being put to sleep, but it is the ability to persevere, the ability and the quality to resist pain, to resist negative circumstances. And the scholars tell us that there is as-sabr al-ma'mur wal-mahdhur wal-maqdur. That we should have patience on those things that we are commanded to do. Allah commands us to make salat. Allah commands us to fast. But also we have patience on al-mahdhur,